When comparing the Temple of Dender and the Tomb of Perneb, one must travel to the Metropolitan Museum of Art in order to fully experience these grand structures. The Metropolitan Museum of Art is located on Fifth Avenue on the eastern edge of Central Park in New York City. It was founded in 1870 and opened in 1880. This museum is considered to be the leading repository of art in the United States. Many refer to the museum as the Met or the Museum Mile. The term Museum Mile greatly describes the quantity of art the Met houses as well as its structural size. There are over 15 collections of art, totaling over 2 million works to be viewed. This measures approximately 2 million square feet to explore. The entrance to the museum is just a glimpse of its overall size within. As you travel through the museum, you can truly get lost in the different countries that separate each collection. Within these collections, one will find the Temple of Dender and the Tomb of Perneb. The Temple of Dender is believed to be the only existing Egyptian temple to be viewed in the Western Hemisphere. Although it is an Egyptian temple, the Temple of Dender was actually built in Nubia by Petronius, the Roman governor of Egypt, in 15 BC after being commissioned by Emperor Augustus of Rome. The Temple of Dender is dedicated to Isis and Osiris, providing a space to give offerings and also serve as a sanctuary. The temple is constructed from sandstone and measures 82 feet from the front stone gate to its rear. From a distance, the temple appears to be just made out of stone, but at a closer look, the stone blocks are heavily covered in classical Egyptian carvings. Some reliefs depict the king praying and making offerings to the gods. Others are images of the sun and outspread wings of Horus, the sky god. The reliefs are also known to have been painted blue, red, green, yellow, and black, but those colors were washed away after the first Aswan Dam was built. Originally, the temple stood on a wide stone-built platform facing the Nile River. Now, the temple sits in the Met, surrounded by a pool and stippled ceiling. This display is used to diffuse the light and mimic the lighting in Nubia. Viewing the structure within its display at the Met truly holds a sense of serenity, even with the millions of visitors it receives daily. The reliefs that completely cover the structure are truly captivating and make the structure an enormous piece of art. The Tomb of Perneb was erected during the 5th dynasty in the Old Kingdom. The tomb's origin was about 30 kilometers south of Giza, Egypt, just north of Pharaoh Zoser's step pyramid. Just like many other tombs, the Egyptians thought of the tomb as the eternal dwelling place for the deceased. Perneb was a court official in the royal household who had a role in the robbing and crowning of the king. The tomb encases an underground burial chamber and a limestone mastaba above ground. The mastaba included an offering chamber, just like the Temple of Dender. As I walked through the Tomb of Perneb, it was amazing to me how large the bricks were, and yet the doorways were incredibly narrow. It was almost claustrophobic as I explored the reliefs and offering space within. In comparison, the reliefs in the offering chamber of the tomb portray Perneb's status among the blessed dead as a gift of the king and gods. These reliefs preserved more of the original colors used and made me feel as if Perneb was someone that insisted on being remembered.